Hey folks, it's Michael here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's time to do a video I haven't done. Well, I mean, I've done this on my old YouTube channels before, where I've shown my DVD movie collection. All the movies I've got, you know, no matter what company they're from, Warner Brothers, Disney. But I got tons of movies to show you here, so, and the rest I'll get out here in a little bit. But we'll start off with this movie, which I have not had a chance to watch yet, but I won this DVD from a local business, Spider-Man Deluxe Edition. I've not had a chance to see the Spider-Man movie yet, but there's the spine in both movies, and the back. Sorry. I'll have to watch it sometime. Now this next one, these are actually CDs and DVDs. This one I bought years ago, John Tesh Live Greatest Hits, and this is a DVD. Well, here's the front, spine, and the back. On the DVD, it features some of his greatest, you know, music videos he's done. Like, on the DVD, there's Spanish Steps, One World, Emerald Bay. Sorry, my camera's a little crappy. Valley of Dreams, Avalon, Breathe, and Take a Look at Me Now, which, that cover of Take a Look at Me Now, he did, was pretty awesome. Him and this, I don't know who the saxophonist the guy who played the saxophone was, but he was pretty cool, or the cover was pretty cool, that is. Now, the next one I'm going to show you here is Lady Antebellum. This is a DVD I bought a couple years ago. Here's the front, spine, and the back. And I'm a huge... I mean, I love Lady Antebellum. They're a great group, even though I'm not really much in the country these days. But on the DVD, it's got their hits they sung on tour, like We Own the Night, Love Don't Live Here, Just a Kiss, Dancing with My Heart, Perfect Day, American Honey, Hello World, I Run to You, Looking for a Good Time, and Need You Now. Alright, the next one I'm going to show up here is John Tesh Red Rocks Platinum. This is also a CD and a DVD. Here, I'll open it up for you. There are the CD disc, and there's the DVD right there. Now, the DVD includes one of his most awesome concerts he's done. He actually did this at the legendary Red Rocks, Colorado Theater, which I have to say, I'd like to go check out Red Rocks someday. On the DVD, he, has done his songs live, like God Is My Rock, Trading My Sorrows, Always Forever, You Are Good, You're Worthy of My Praise. I like John Tesh's radio show. It's too bad I don't get that show here where I'm at. When I grew up in Jacksonville, I would always listen to him on midnight when I didn't have to go to school or the next day. Alright, the next DVD I'm going to show up in my collection is Lilo and Stitch, one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. Here's the front, spine, and the back. Alright, let me put this DVD away here. Alright, this next one is another favorite anime movie of mine. I grew up watching this movie as a kid a lot. Jetsons the movie. Here's the front, spine, and the back. Alright, the next one here in my collection I'm going to show you is never opened, but I used to watch wrestling a lot back years ago. WrestleMania 25th anniversary. Here's the front, the spine, in the cover. Now here's another good movie I like here. We got Driven by Sylvester Stallone. I have to say, what an awesome racing movie that is. Front, spine, and the back. What is it? This movie, if you've not seen it yet, it's about where this young rookie is trying to, you know, well, it's this, sorry, let me rephrase this. This movie is about where this veteran comes out of retirement to challenge a rookie in racing. Of course, you know, he races in F1. But it's a pretty good movie. Alright, here's one movie I'm not really fond of, but that's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2. It's not really the best one. I mean, this is a sequel to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 1. Alright, now this next DVD used to be, well, it used to be one of my favorite cartoon shows, but Nickelodeon canceled it. NFL Rush Zone. Love the show. Too bad Nickelodeon canceled it, but here's the front, spine, and the back. The series was, they would always have celebrity NFL players guest star in episodes, and the concept of the show was they have to protect what they call Megacores from the evil bad guys. And if one of the Megacores was taken from their teams, it would affect the town and the people in it and the whole team that the Megacores were stolen from. Alright, this next movie I'm going to show you, it's one of my top 20 favorite movies of all time. Sunshine State. Of course, this movie was shot in, well, most of it was shot in Fernandina Beach, Florida, and some parts were shot in my hometown of Jacksonville. But Fernandina Beach is just outside of Jacksonville. But it stars Randall Cobb and Edie Falco. A lot of good actors in this movie. But here's the front, spine, and the back. I know they shot, well, a few scenes they shot in Jacksonville was at the Regency Square Mall. Then, of course, well, and the other scene in Jacksonville was shot at when, at the end, they played golf on, what is that? Oh, the Arlington Expressway. It's been years since I've been to Jacksonville. I forgot, you know, what roads are what. But this is simply a good movie, and but the movie's about where people are trying to get together to save some Indian reservation that the city council wants to take down. It's a great movie. I highly recommend you check it out. Alright, the next one I got here is The Very Best of Chicago, featuring the Doobie Brothers. And I love this Chicago DVD concert video. And Chicago is one of my all-time favorite soft rock groups of all time. You know, all the music they've done from the 60s, 70s, 80s. Great band. But here's the front, the spine, and the back here. They actually did this concert in their hometown of Chicago. But some of the songs on this track some of the songs on the DVD are Make Me Smile, If You Leave Me Now, Call on Me, Hard Habit to Break, that's one of my favorites. You're the Inspiration, another favorite of mine. Just You and Me, that's another favorite. Hard to Say I'm Sorry, that's another favorite. And Feeling Stronger Every Day. Right, this next one I got for my birthday a couple years ago, but this is the movie Hop. I've seen it. It's pretty good movie. It's an Easter movie, but still pretty good. Alright, the next one I'm going to show you here is Pokemon the Movie 2000. And I used to like Pokemon back in the day. I mean, back then Pokemon was a lot greater on back then. But Pokemon today, it's just kind of gone dull. Now, I might get some laps about my comment, but I don't care. I actually got this DVD from the Movie Gallery, which they went out of business a few years ago over in Mason, West Virginia. Now that place is now a Rent-A-Center. Alright, the next one is The Pagemaster, starring Macaulay Culkin, which I watched this movie a lot as a kid growing up, and I would watch it a lot as a kid growing up. But the movie stars Macaulay Culkin. The front, the spine, and the back, and I've not even had a chance to watch the DVD yet. I got this a few years ago on sale at a Good Friday sale. Right, the next one I'm going to show you here is The Penguins of Madagascar. Used to watch it on Nickelodeon a lot. Of course, if you know, seen the movie, what is that movie? Don't remember the name. Oh yeah, Madagascar. Hello. Y'all seen the movie Madagascar, y'all should know who the penguins are. Right. Alright folks, I'm going to take a little break here. Stay tuned for part 2 coming up. Alright, welcome back to the next part of my DVD collection here. Now, here's some more of my DVDs. I got Spider-Man 2 here, which I have not seen yet. But here's the front, the spine, and the back. I'll definitely check this movie out sometime. Now, the movie, I got this from hang on. Let me get adjusted here. There we go. I got this from my old church years ago, which I don't attend that church anymore, but I got this movie called Matthew. I'll have to check this out sometime. Now this one I've probably seen only 30 minutes of on television, but Borat. I'll have to watch this movie sometime. I heard they say some people said it's quite funny. Some say it's a little, I don't know, corny, I guess. Also, leave your comments below in the box. Tell me what movies, you've seen that I have in my collection that you like. Alright, this one I won from a local business here. Underdog, which I remember I used to watch the cartoon back when I was a kid. I'll have to watch the DVD sometime. Now here's one I have not watched, but Driven to Win, number 88, Dale Earnhardt Jr., which I am a huge. I mean, a lot of you know that follow me. I'm a huge Dale Jr. fan. I'll have to watch this DVD sometime. Alright, this next one, I actually won years ago when Pepsi had an NFL promotion. The greatest Super Bowls from 1 to 40. Of course, it features one of my all-time favorite Super Bowls, Super Bowl 39, which was played in my hometown of Jacksonville. But here's the front, the spine, and the back. Now, here's another one of my favorite cartoons, Scooby-Doo and the Harlem Globetrotters, and I've seen this several times on Boomerang. Of course, you know, it features, well, the Scooby-Doo movies would always feature celebrity guests like the Harlem Globetrotters, the Addams Family, Sonny and Cher, and of course Batman and Robin. I bought this a few years ago, front, spine, and the back here. I bought this a couple years ago at a Cracker Barrel. This DVD here was given to me, so I'm not really sure. I'll have to check this DVD out sometime. It features a lot of random movies. Now, next year I got Radio, which Radio, it's a very good movie, I have to say. It's inspired by a true story, but which I would highly recommend y'all check this movie out. It's a great movie. Alright, next in my collection we got Merry Madagascar, which I always watch it when it comes on NBC every year. It's always a great Christmas special. The front, the spine, and the back. Next here I got The Very Best of SmackDown. It, of course, features the late great Eddie Guerrero. Man, Eddie, we sure do miss you. And I've not had a chance to watch this yet, but I'll have to watch it sometime. Of course, it comes with free DVDs. Of course, there's John Cena, Edge, and Trish Stratus, and The Undertaker, and Mr. Controversy, Hulk Hogan, which I know he's been in a lot of controversy a lot lately. Next one I've got Iron Man 2, which I've not had a chance to watch this movie, but I'll give it a check out sometime. Alright, next on my video list I've got Scooby-Doo meets Batman, another one from Scooby-Doo movies. Next up here I've got National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. And one of their best movies, National Lampoon's best movies ever, in my opinion. Other than National Lampoon's Summer Vacation. But yeah, there's Chevy Chase playing Clark Griswold. You know, there's a lot of funny scenes in this movie. Too many it would take a long time for me to share with you on camera. Alright, the next one I got in my collection is Paul Blart Mall Cop. I've not had a chance to see this yet, but I'm going to check it out sometime. I've heard it's a funny movie. Of course, I know they recently came out with a sequel, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Another one of my favorite Christmas movies, Ernest Saves Christmas. Of course, this movie was shot in my hometown of Florida, but it was shot in Orlando. This is another one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. Spine, and there's the back. You know what I mean? Alright, the next one is, I used to watch this a lot as a kid growing up. You're a Good Sport, Charlie Brown. The front, the spine, and the back. There's Snoopy and Woodstock. Next one is Leroy and Stitch. course, that's the third sequel to the Disney movie Lilo and Stitch series. Alright folks, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here and we'll be right back. Alright, welcome back here. We're going to finish up my DVD collection here. We'll start off here with this set. I've got... hang on. Adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. And this next set I got Rudy here. It's a pretty good movie. I've seen it once or twice, but it's a very awesome movie. It's about this guy, you know, is willing to do anything to get on the Notre Dame football team. There's the spine and there's the back. Alright, next in my collection is Anchorman, starring Will Ferrell. One of my top 10 favorite comedy movies of all time. There's the front, the spine, and the back. You know, my favorite part of the movie was when they did the song Afternoon Delight. You know, that was funny when all the Anchorman got together and sung Afternoon Delight. Now this one is a very, well, it's a collectible NASCAR DVD. The 1998 Daytona 500, which that was Dale Sr.'s only Daytona 500 win. Whereas that was back in 1998, and a couple years later he lost his life at Daytona in 2001. Front, the spine, and the back. But every year he competed in the Daytona 500 before he won this in '98, he would always come so short of winning the Great American Race. Of course, at that time he was on a 59 race losing streak. Now this one has to be one of my favorite comedy romance movies of all time. You've Got Mail, starring Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. I saw this in theaters when it came out in theaters years ago. When it came out in theaters back years ago. Next in my collection is House Season 4, which I have not had a chance to watch this yet, but I used to watch House a lot back when it was on Fox. Funny thing I find about the actor here, in the show, well, the actor is actually British, and, you know, he plays his character very well, but when he plays his character, he doesn't sound British, and when he's not playing his character, he sounds British, which... pretty neat, I have to say, for an actor. Okay, next in my collection is I've got Pokemon DP Battle Dementia. Okay. Alright, and I got the next one is Pokemon Diamonds and Pearl. There we go. Now this one in my collection is one of my favorites. Game Show Moments Gone Bananas, which that special was featured on VH1 many years ago, and occasionally GSN runs it, but it has some of the most blooper moments and highlights from game show history, like Family Feud, The Price is Right, Match Game, Password, Press Your Luck, and the UK's version of Distraction, which I need to watch a full episode of that sometime on YouTube. And of course there's Ben Stein from Win Ben Stein's Money. Now, this next one here is one of my all-time favorite sports movies, We Are Marshall, which... the movie, I have to kind of say, if you have not seen it, I'd check it out. what the movie's about here. It's based on a true story. What happened back in the 1970s? If you know your college football history or your sports history, the Marshall football team, the 1970 Marshall football team, was involved in a crash that killed all the players and coaches. And of course, that was kind of a sad time for the city of Huntington. But they were really debating on whether to rebuild the football program or not. It took a lot of fighting to get the football program back at Marshall, and Marshall has a great football program. Of course, I'm only about 45 minutes to an hour out of Huntington, and I've actually been inside Jones C. Edwards Stadium for Wahama used to do Wahama did band competitions at the Marshall University, but I would love to go on campus and check out the fountain they have, which they turn off the fountain every year to remember them. You know, the 1970 football team that was killed in that plane crash. There's the spine, and there's the back. I have to kind of admit, the movie was a little bit of a tearjerker. I mean, I did shed a few tears in that movie when I watched the movie, and I know I probably shouldn't admit it on camera, but you know what? Some guys do have a heart. But if you've not seen this movie, please check it out sometime. I highly recommend it. Alright, the next one here, I've got Garfield, A Tale of Two Kittens. Or Two Kitties, I'm sorry. I've seen this movie on, I think FX before. It's a pretty good movie. Next in my collection, I got Spider-Man 3, which I need to definitely check out all the Spider-Man movies sometime. Next in my collection, I got Scooby-Doo 1 and 2, which I love both Scooby-Doo movies. Next in my collection, I've got... Well, I got three Ernest movies in one. I've got Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Scared Stupid, and Ernest Goes to Jail. And I'll tell you what, I love all the Ernest movie series he did. You know, he was a part they've done. Next one is, and this DVD has to be one of my all-time favorite Daytona 500s. First, here's the 2014 Daytona 500 where Dale Jr. won that race, and I'll tell you what a crazy race that was. They got to lap 40 and they had to red flag it for 6 hours because of severe weather, which I thought they were going to run the race Monday, the next day, but they got the race in that Saturday or that Sunday night. And it was a remarkable race. I mean, one of my all-time favorite Daytona 500s, other than the 2004 Daytona 500, but this one was Dale Jr.'s second ever Daytona 500 win. And of course, some of you that might know me, I actually recorded my reaction and put it up on my Facebook. Well, the radio network, which the Motor Racing Network is a radio affiliate of NASCAR. We're looking for fans' reactions, and I sent my reaction in, and they used it on their YouTube page. YouTube 2014 Daytona 500 fan reaction. You'll see my reaction. Next up here is the 2016 FIBA World Cup film, the grand finale, which I've not had a chance to check that out yet, but I'll have to check it out. Next in my collection is another one of my favorite all-time favorite comedy movies, Night at the Museum, of course starring Ben Stiller and the late great Robin Williams. And how much we love and miss you, Robin. And actually, well, here, let me show you the front, the spine, and the back. And here recently, I saw the Night at the Museum Free. Saw that recently, and I have to say that one was pretty good too. Of course, there's Robin Williams. I don't know if they're ever gonna make any more Night at the Museum sequels, but if they do, it doesn't matter who plays the president or he plays Teddy Roosevelt. Nobody will do it quite well like Robin did. He played Teddy Roosevelt great in the movie. And I don't care who you get to replace in that movie to play Teddy Roosevelt. Nobody will never do it like Robin did. End of story. Next here, I got John Tess's Alive Music and Dance. I've not had a chance to watch this yet, but there's the front, spine, and the back. Sorry, the lighting's a little crappy and the quality's a little crappy. I can't do much of anything about that right now. Right next here is, the rest are going to be, well, mostly house DVDs. Alright, here's another season of House, Season 1. There you guys go. And we got 2 more left here, and that'll be pretty much it for the DVD collection. I've got a Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving. I always watch that every year when it comes on ABC. And the other one of my favorite Charlie Browns, that's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. The only one that's missing in my collection is a Charlie Brown's Christmas, which I will definitely pick that up at the holiday time, when it comes out on DVD at Christmas time. Of course, Halloween's just around the corner here. Alright folks, that'll do it for my DVD collection. I will catch y'all again on the flip side. Peace.